Here it is.
Repeat her.
Okay.
I haven't finished mine yet.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Mine are what next made it.
I have to start this again because it's so beautiful. Sorry, Lexus. Oh, I told who it was. Oh, dear.
I mean, it says it underneath. I can read it. Does it? No, it doesn't. Never mind. I thought that said Lexus. No, it says long eyelashes.
Okay, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get to the long eyelashes. All right, one more time. It's midnight, and it gets better every time I read it. And I'm at an all-night cemetery party. I don't know anyone there, and it's all teens. This sounds like my nightmare. Anyway, the party game consists of bobbing for live fish and solve the trig equation. I plan to avoid the games, but a girl's just announced that I'm to solve the hardest math equation ever using only 4 live fish and the help of a very popular teenage girl in order to win $1 gazillion. Obviously, I cannot solve this equation, so I, as nicely as humanly possible, decline and bolt. Of course, there's really nowhere to run, seeing as how there are about 1 million people there, and I know not a single one. And we also happen to be at a cemetery. Running away does nothing because that horrible girl follows me and is telling me I need to go bobbing for live fish, which I'd rather die than do. It's 2 o'clock in the morning now, and I've been running for ages only to realize there's no escape. I get to live here forever and do nothing besides solve math problems and catch fish and socialize with popular teenagers that I have never met in my life whilst being in a cemetery during the middle of the night. The only thing I can really think of about is how I should have seen this coming. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It sounds like a very bizarre dream. But that was amazing. All right, long eyelashes. In class today, I met Emerald, greeting her as usual. Hi, Emerald. Did you have a nice vacation? Hi, Tina. Thank you. I was very happy. I was in a good place for shopping there. Really? I suddenly turned to look at her and found out that her eyelashes are unusually long. Normally, Emerald's eyelashes are not too curved and thick, but now they look really good. I tap her shoulder. Hey, do you now wear fake eyelashes? I do not, Esmeralda shakes her head. They're 100% real, you know. I curiously approach. So what? I just picked up a secret weapon when I went shopping during the holidays. After using it for more than a week, my eyelashes are now long and thicker, you see? No wonder. What is it? Emerald laughs slyly and pulls out from her pocket a brush, putting it into my hands. Give it a try. The result is going to be good for your thin, short eyelashes. Can I borrow it? Can I really borrow it? Thanks. On the way home, I daydreamed about the prospect of my beautiful eyelashes curling like a model. The more I think about it, the happier I am. The first week after consistently brushing my eyelashes, I can feel they grow incredibly fast. I am happy like crazy. As I keep using, my eyelashes become thicker. I might be too busy to not take a bath or study, but never forget to use them. On the 12th day, my eyes sometimes feel the pain like something is sprouting in my eyes. On the 18th day, Emerald doesn't see me at school, so she comes to my house after school around 6 p.m. The door closes tightly, so Emerald yells loudly my name, but I decide not to answer. Feeling strange, she knocks on the door. Suddenly, the door opens automatically. She is scared and doesn't want to move forward. As I see her situation, I have no idea how these weird events could happen. Tina, where are you? Tina, it's me, Emerald. I came to visit you. Why didn't you go to school today? Emerald tries to look for the light switch, but couldn't find it. There are footsteps echoing. Emerald is both worried and happy, running after my figure. Why did Tina head to another direction, but not come here? Perhaps not hearing my voice. Emerald chases after me just in time to touch my shoulder, but an unforgettable image probably catches her eye. I turn around, blood dripping from my eyes. I cannot see anything as my long and thick eyelashes are poking right into my abnormally dark pupils. Not only is my face horrible, but it is also full of scratches, fingernails stretching from ends of my eyes to my ears. Emerald is shaking, but can still hear my soft breathing sound along with my scary voice. Emerald, my eyes hurt. I'm uncomfortable. Do you see anything inside my eyes, or can I take my eyes out? The final image probably is, I am laughing satisfactorily while rubbing my eyes and pulling out my eyes, along with hundreds of long eyelashes. My daughter's walking by. What the crap?
Oh my god.
So That's Tina's scary.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. What the heck?
I know. It's like we're worried about Tina now, aren't we?
Yeah,
Okay.
is she here?
Okay. Who did the Oklahoma house? Do we have that person here? Was that? I've got.
Oh, that's long.
Whose?
I don't know. I said it's long.
Oh, it's long. Some of them. Oh, this isn't too long. Oh. I think this is Oh shoot! Now I forgot who it is. I've been putting these together and poems together from other class, and I can't keep track of who's who. I had just moved into my new house. This big old yellow house in Oklahoma was now my new home. My parents loved this style of house because it had character. 64 Mill Road was my new address. Something seemed off about this house as soon as I stepped foot into my room. There were markings on the wall, like a little kid went to town with markers. There was a sense of tension and feeling off, being watched. As I unpacked my things into the house and my room, everything was casual, and I was starting to feel better about the move away from my old homies. Hopefully, I would make more friends here, even though this area was kind of secluded. I'm now unpacking my last box, the clothes being hung in the closet. When I was hanging up my clothes, I noticed a small door in the back wall. I decided to leave it alone because it was getting pretty late anyway. As I lay in bed, the marking on the walls were growing bigger. I was terrified. How could this even be happening? Well, I heard a faint cry coming from the closet. As I approached closer to the door, the noise got louder. I knocked on it and the whimpering stopped. I knew I had to investigate. I opened this door and saw an empty storage space. There was nothing but spider webs and old mouse traps. I crawled back into bed and felt someone put their hand on my shoulder. There was nobody there. I screamed and suddenly I heard a thud in the closet. I ran over and looked into empty space. A big man sat in the middle with candles surrounding him. He was performing some kind of ritual. I soon was being dragged into the middle with him, where I then just vanished into some graveyard. Dead bodies arose from their graves and welcomed me. I was so scared. This must have been a dream. Soon I saw my parents coming out of the trees looking so pale. I looked at myself and realized I was now a ghost. Nobody could see us ghosts except all of the dead. There were more and more ghosts appearing every second. Everyone headed straight into the nearest town. This can either be friendly or end badly, but I assume this will end up to be a massive ghost apocalypse. How is this going to end friendly? That's what I want. Like, I don't know. This could be friendly. A whole bunch of ghosts friendly invading your town. I don't think so. All right. Okay. Oh, I always slept with some light in the dark. Let's see how much time we've got. This is a little bit.
What?
Okay. Should we do this one? I've always slept with some sort of light in my room, even at the age of 36. I know you're thinking that I'm a child. You're still scared of the dark, a question I get constantly by every woman I brought into my room. Believe me, it's not attractive. But honestly, I don't care. But the thing is, I'm not scared of the dark. I've never been scared of the dark. When I know I'm safe, the dark is actually soothing, even calming. However, when I don't know that I'm safe, that's when I'm the most terrified. Not knowing what's in the dark is what scares me. Think about when you were younger, lying in bed, staring at that figure in your closet. Do you finally convince yourself it's just your coat so you can finally fall asleep, seeing that it was the next morning? What if it wasn't? You're not completely sure if that coat is in the same place as that figure last night. If I tell you it wasn't your coat, you deny it to not terrify yourself. In your mind, you're wondering if I'm right. You're playing the image over and over in your mind, trying to remember if it was right. Then you wonder what happened when you went to sleep. You knew something was off when you woke up. You looked at your hand, remembering the unexplained cuts on the back of your palm. Really, it could just be me, although I've had too many of these nights. Nights when the power goes out and you can't sleep by candlelight so you don't burn the house down. Your flashlight's batteries are dead too. Forced to sleep in darkness, I lay awake. I was completely awake the whole night, staring at everything that seemed wrong. Eyes. Were they eyes? No, probably just a charger lighter or something. Wait, the power's out. Shake it off, you'll be fine. I know that I'm the only one in my room. How much danger can I really be? How much danger can I really be? I agree I'm not in as much danger as I might be in the woods at night with thick clouds overhead or during a new moon. That's when you're in the most danger. You'll hear a twig snap and have a near heart attack. Even if you have a flashlight, you can't illuminate everything. The darkness behind you, following you, watching your every move. The woods seem more alive at night than they do during the day. You hear more noises. Most were real. Others were noises you only heard, noises that your conscience made you hear. Again, you'll see eyes. Were they eyes? They could have been the light from your flashlight shining off damp leaves or a piece of metal. No, they were eyes. But from what? They can't be human. Human eyes don't reflect light. But you hear breathing, not animalistic breathing, human breathing. It's everywhere. You sure you hear a whisper? What did it say? You heard it again and again, repeated over and over. You stop to listen. Get out. You run fast, trying not to trip. Branches sting your face as you run through them. But you're too late. Once the darkness gets you, it's over. Your only hope is day, which you know won't come for hours. So my advice to anyone reading this, always sleep with the light on. Caitlin, was this yours?
Yes, it was.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, trying to remember whose it was. Yep. Okay. Let's see. This is kind of a long. This one was Rowan's. Let's see. I'm trying to see who else we can do. That's a little bit short.
Is Rowan's about beating his wife?
No, it's about his family abandoning him to go to Bangor.
Oh no.
Well, I feel like that's probably happened.
I know, like, was this last week? Sorry, Rowan,
Yeah,
if you're watching
true
this.
story,
There's an
Rowan?
excerpt from Rowan's diary.
But then there's a shadow that's following him, and so he decides instead of sleeping inside, he's going to sleep outside. But then his family comes back because the hotel has been infested with cockroaches. So they come back instead of spending the night, and his brother comes out in the forest trying to scare him. But then, here we go. We'll just start from here. But my little brother
Oh,
asks,
this sounds like a true story.
I know. Hey, Rowan, what are you looking at? I'm about to point to the shadow when it lunges from the tree, grabs him, and pulls him into the tree, giving me no time to react. Before I can even open my mouth, he's gone, and the shadow turns its head to look at me. I slowly step forward, and as the shadow lunges for me, I savagely kick the lantern, and I hear the glass shatter as the light goes out. I sigh in relief, and I'm about to pack up my things when I realized my little brother was in the shadow. I mean, he just totally forgets about his brother. Is that totally Rowan or what? Anyway, and I just shattered the only thing I could use to get him back. That's when something grabs my wrist and pulls. I'm guessing it's his brother dragging him into the shadow. Just guessing. Rowan's not here to defend himself, so there you go. All right. Let's see. This is a little longer. Is this a longer or short one? I can't remember.
Just saying, mine's still the scariest.
Yours is still the scariest. There's one about boats. There's about a haunted house. Here, I think we got time to read these other two here, right here. Oops. Okay. I was walking alone on a piercing cold night. The distant sound of coyotes sent a chill down my spine. I got the heebie-jeebies as I was walking down the stone path. I was trying to find my campsite after a long day of hiking. It had gotten dark so fast I had to use my flashlight to see. A light fog surrounded me. I might be lost. I could barely see the trail. I thought it was a great idea to separate from my hiking group. I carefully set my tent up for the night, but something didn't feel right. I felt tired and I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of twigs cracking near my tent. It sounded like it was coming in all different directions and coming near. I was frozen in fear. I had no weapons to protect me, and the tent seemed as if it was shaking just like me. I screamed as the tent zipper moved, and I knew that I was going to die right there. It was just my hiking group. They wanted to scare me. I couldn't really make out their faces, but when I went outside my tent to see, so I went out to my tent to see the rest of them. Strangely, they took my hands and continued walking. Where are we going? I asked. I got no response. I started getting scared as we went deeper and deeper into the woods. The next morning, her actual hiker friends found her tent. It was ripped up and she was nowhere in sight. She disappeared that night and no one has ever seen her again. Dun, dun, dun. So somebody's missing. We actually had something not like this, but it just reminded me. A few years ago, we were in Yellowstone National Park camping, and and so you've got these campsites, and they're kind of spread out, but they're pretty safe. And there was one night where my husband nudged me awake, and he said, do you hear something in the corner of the tent outside? And I said, I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure. And he's just listen. And it did sound like there was something out there, but we had all these little chipmunks, and there was this herd of elk that would go through. And I said, it's probably just some of the elk that are bedding down just right near our tent. He's like, I swear I hear snuffling noises. Like, okay, fine, whatever. So eventually it goes away. We go back to sleep. And in the morning, we found out that there had been a bear sniffing around everybody's tents. So there's probably like a bear, within a foot of my head. Thing is I love bears. I'm like, I missed the bear. I wanted to see the bear. The camp rangers are like, okay, this is why we make sure all the food's locked up and stuff. But we were kind of disappointed. My husband and I were both kind of disappointed. But we were good. Everybody puts their food in their cars. You're really good about that in Yellowstone because there are bears just going right through. So
Disappointed. Oh, I'm disappointed the bear didn't eat me. That's so sad.
it was a black bear. It wasn't going to eat us. Only the grizzlies eat people. But we have seen grizzlies there. That was fun too. Yeah, black bears, they're just going to eat whatever they find. So anyway. All right, here we go. Some of you talked about how you're afraid of the water and boats and stuff. Here's one. Somewhere on a boat, a girl sits alone on the deck. Her husband sleeps while she enjoys the cool air the early morning brings. It's one of her favorite feelings, but at sea, it's a whole different experience. As they drift in the water, she sees something through the fog, a sailboat. But the sail is torn, and no one is aboard the vessel except a single bird, a vulture. She runs to the cabin and wakes her husband. It's just a random boat, he said. Don't think too much of it. Why don't you come back to bed? She reluctantly crawls back under the covers and tries to fall asleep. Moments later, the distressed calls of young children are heard in the distance. The married couple jump out of the bed, grab their flashlights, and rush to the deck. It seemed like they'd been yelling for these children forever when the girl saw something floating in the water. It's a small rain jacket. The husband fished it out of the water with a net, and on the front pocket was a pin. First mate said a colorful font was displayed across the party hat. And that's all. That's it. That's the end of the story. It's like, well, that was depressing. So I think I said scary, not depressing, guys. Whatever. Okay. So the others are kind of like longer ones, but that's about all we have time to share of your scary stories. They were amazing. So there's a few more still coming in. So we'll get those. All right. So if you guys don't have anything that you need to make up, I think all of you that are on here are fine. Those of you who may be watching later, if you got things to make up, make them up. Okay. But this is it. I'm not giving you any more homework, just letting you be done and finish whatever you need for your other classes. And we're just going to call it a semester. So that's it, guys. This is fun. You guys were a lot of fun. I feel like I got to know you a lot better this way than in the classroom, which is weird. Usually it's the other way around, but this was entertaining. So, all right, guys. Do you have any questions or do you need anything else? No, and there's no Rowan roasting today, darn it. I was gonna roast him. Oh well. All right, well, might see you around in the next few weeks. I live on campus, so if you guys bring in your books and stuff, message me or something. I can run down to the school and see you. That would be fun. Okay. I think it's like, when is it? June 4th and 5th when you're bringing in books?
Next week, right? The
Yeah,
Wednesday and
2
Thursday.
weeks.
It's in like 2 weeks.
Oof.
Yeah. So like one of those days, I think on Thursday, I have to run up to Bangor to get my daughter. She's flying in. But so it should be, I don't know. I'll double check. But yeah, message me when you guys are coming in and maybe I can come over and say hi. See how you're
Do we
doing.
have to message people that we're going to come in at a certain time, or can we just go?
No, you just come in.
Okay.
But that it's like 6 hours every day worth, I'm not going to sit around at the school just waiting. I don't know. I might. But yeah, I think you just show up. You're supposed to wear a mask. Although nobody in the school is wearing a mask. Oh, I better shut this up.